All right, so this time we're doing the negation of a statement. So in other words, the opposite of a statement. So the water temperature is not 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that is the statement. And we're supposed to determine which of these four statements are actually the opposite of this statement or negations of it. So the water temperature is not 75 degrees. And the first one is the water temperature is 75 degrees. Okay, well, I think it's safe to say that's the opposite. That's the negation. The second one says the water temperature is not 65 degrees. Well, if it's not 65 degrees, that's not the same thing as not, that's not the opposite of not 75. Okay, because not 70, because yeah, they're just not opposites of each other. The water temperature is 85 degrees. Okay, well, the opposite of not 75 is 75, not 85. So on this one, it's so that will also not be the negation of it. The last one, it is not the case the water temperature is 85 degrees. Again, what's up with the 85? That has nothing to do with 75 and negation. So again, we're just going to say no on that one. Okay, on this one, we get 3 sets of painting canvases. And hang on. Okay, so, and we just need to determine which of the statements are true for the set of canvases. This helps us to understand statements and quantifiers and such. Quantifiers like at least one and none and some. All right. And I just practiced one of these, and so because I just did one of these to practice, and I got it wrong because I didn't read part of it carefully. So yeah, just make sure you read carefully. Okay, so for the first row, at least one canvas in the row is not blank. Well, no, because they're all blank. No canvas in the row is blank. No, that's not true either. Hang on, let me double check. At least one canvas in the row is not okay. Yeah. Some canvases in the row are blank. That's true. I mean, it happens, just so happens that all of them are blank, but at least some of them are. At least one, okay, is blank. Next row. At least one canvas in the row is not blank. That's true. Yeah. In fact, there's 3 that are not blank. No canvas in the row is blank. Okay. No, that's not true because, well, there's one right there that is blank. Some canvases in the row are blank. Yes, right there. Okay. Next, last one. At least one canvas in the row is not blank. Nope, none of them are blank. No canvas in the row is blank. Yeah, that's true. None of them are blank. And the last one, some canvases in the row are blank. Nope. So that would be how to do it. It's not the hardest problem in the world, but it is good practice, okay, for thinking about exactly what words mean, okay. Okay, once again, on this one, we're going to use just what's the explanation written down because they say it really well. Okay, so we're given this statement. Some members of the club can vote. And we want to know which of these is a negation of it. This is where it starts getting slightly trickier. So they give us 4 statements, which are a negation, which are not. So a negation is a statement of a statement is false when the original statement is true and vice versa. Okay, so they can't both be true. They can't both be false. If one of them is one way, the other one has to be the other way. Okay, and you'll see that used here in just a moment. Now, here are some of the quantifying words. Okay, if the original statement starts with all or every, then the negation needs to include some, not, or at least one, not, or not all, or not every. Or if the original statement includes no or none, then the negation needs to include some or at least one. And you'll notice that this stuff down here is basically the same thing, just flipped around. So you don't really have to worry about that too much. Now, one thing to help you out here, you'll notice that between an original statement and its negation, there's going to be there's typically going to be just one negative word, like no or not or none. Okay, so if the original statement has all or every, then over here you've got, there's your negative word, not or not, not or not. Okay, but no negative word over here. Okay, and by the same token, if the original statement has a negative word, no or none, then the inverse, or the negation is not going to have a negative word. It's going to be, it won't have no or not or none. That's something that can help you out. Okay, so down here, it says, all right, let's see what we got here. So again, the original statement is some members of the club can vote. So what about all members of the club can vote? Well, all members, if that's not a negation of some, because both statements can be true at the same time if all members of the club can vote. So if you say, well, all members of the club can vote, well, it's still true that some can vote. And so you don't, it doesn't, this statement here does not force, one of the two statements to be true and one to be false at the same time. How about this one? All right. Well, when one of the statements is true, well, the other one has to be false and vice versa. Therefore, yeah, this is a negation. Okay. Because if some members can vote, if that's true, well, then it's false that none of the members can vote. And if it's true that none of the members can vote, then it would have to be false that some of them can vote. Okay. And then by the same token, the last two are also going to be false. Okay. And the author does a great job of explaining that right there. Okay, on this one, now we're going to add some more to the whole negation and conjunction and disjunction and all of that. Okay. So they give us two statements. We sell beans at the market, magic beans. And we're going to call that statement P. Why are we going to call it P? Because we don't want to write we sell beans at the market every time. We'd rather just write P. And Q stands for we sell apples at the market. Okay. So using the descriptors over here, we need to represent the statement. And then and there's a reason for that. You'll see that soon enough, but probably not on this topic. We do not sell apples at the market. Okay, so typically, based on what you've seen in the past, you might say, okay, so that means we sell apples at the market, and then that means the opposite of it. Well, in a Venn diagram, you use that. But in this situation, we're just going to put a little tilde in front of it, like right there. And that's going to mean the same thing. So the tilde will be out in front of whatever it's negating. And so, so that's what we'll do. So we'll go there, and then we'll say Q, not Q. That's how I will read that. Not Q, or we do not sell apples in the market. Part B, we sell apples at the market, or we sell beans at the market. Well, remember once upon a time we said, hey, when you see or, that means you use a union symbol. Well, here we're going to use something real similar. We're going to use a V, okay? And instead of intersection, instead of intersection, you use that, okay? I don't know why they came up with it, but that's the way it's done. That's what they taught me to do at math school. Okay, so it says we sell apples at the market. Whoops, well, okay, I gotta go down here. We sell apples at the market, or is the union, okay? Or we sell beans at the market. Cool. And then the last one says, okay, this time they're going to give us the statement. So it's P and Q. This is our intersection sign, our and symbol. So P and Q. So that would be we sell beans at the market and we sell apples at the market. So we picked the right one. And it looks like that's it right there. Okay, this time we're going to do the same thing, except it's going to be just a little more interesting. Okay, so P stands for the truck is on the road, and Q is a layer of snow is below us. Yay. All right, so the truck is on the road. Oh, I'm sorry, is not on the road. Oh, okay, so P, that's truck, but it's not on the road. So I'll do the not symbol in front of it. Or, here's my or, a layer of snow is below us. So that's Q. And if it said is not below us, we would have put a tilde right there. Oh, it even says tilde. Logical and logical or, right words there. Okay, whatever. It is not the case that the truck on the road and a layer of snow is below us. Oh, so they've got the truck on the road and a layer of snow is below us in quotes, kind of suggesting, all right, so this not is going to negate all of this. Or in other words, we're going to need parentheses around the stuff in quotes. Okay, the truck is on the road and there's a layer of snow below us. So that's how that would go. And the last one. Let's see. So on this one, we'd say not Q, or in other words, there is not a layer of snow below us, and there is not a truck on the road. So a layer of snow is not below us, and the truck is not on the road. All right, that looks good. Okay. And that's how these are done. So yeah, get going and practice on them real good.